In a world of overhyped perfumes and wannabe signature scents, are these fragrances actually worth your hard-earned cash, or are they just expensive water that makes you smell like a fancy forest? In this episode, I'll cover some of the most popular fragrances from Byredo, Le Labo, BDK, and yes, even that viral TikTok scent that all the kids are wearing. Spoiler alert, it's actually pretty good. Welcome to Notes and Nuance, a channel dedicated to tasteful hot takes on music, fragrance, and pop culture. First up, a house that I'm a pretty big fan of, but not because of the scents that put them on the map. Two of the most popular fragrances from Byredo are Mojave Ghost and Gypsy Water. Now, are they worth it? Mojave Ghost contains notes of ambret, nesberry, magnolia, sandalwood, violet, cedarwood, musks, and vetiver. And honestly, it just doesn't do that much for me. Like, it's fine, but it's certainly not worthy of hundreds of dollars. There is a note in this one that just does not sit well on my skin, which thankfully evaporates in a matter of minutes, much like the rest of the fragrance. But wait, Byredo, what have you done? Because I never really cared for this fragrance, and then along came the absolute version, and wow, it is everything I never knew that I needed. It smells phenomenal. They took out the vetiver, toned down all the weird notes, and amplified all the good ones. The absolute version contains similar notes to the original, but substitutes the vetiver note for amber and amplifies some of the other notes for a more sparkling, effervescent sensation. Of course, it is more expensive than the original version, but dare I say, it's worth it. There is something about this version that I just cannot get enough of. Well done, Byredo. Well done. As for Gypsy Water, it contains notes of bergamot, juniper berries, lemon, pepper, incense, pine needle, amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. And I do like this fragrance. I just feel like it's a bit too woody for my taste. Those pine and sandalwood notes are very prominent, and it does settle on the skin nicely. This fragrance is definitely generic enough for most people to like it. To me, it's nothing really that special. To some, it might be their signature scent, and I love that for them. So while the original version of Mojave Ghost might not be my favorite, they certainly made up for it with the absolute version. Gypsy Water, it's okay. Not a bad fragrance by any means, and obviously very popular for a reason. But I do think there are better fragrances in their line, and I can highly recommend Bow the Freak and Rose of No Man's Land, both of which will be featured in an upcoming episode, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Now, Byredo fragrances start around $230 for the 50 ml. The absolute version is a bit more expensive, starting around $280 for the 50 ml. Up next, another trendy brand, and their most popular fragrance will forever remain an enigma to me. Santal 33 from Le Labo has been a staple in trendy coffee shops and hotel lobbies across the world since about 2015. And if you love this one, then I love that for you. Santal 33 contains notes of cardamom, iris, violet, sandalwood, cedarwood, along with some leathery, musky notes that, quite candidly, make me a bit nauseous. Sorry. Now, what I will say about this fragrance is how thankful I am, because it's how I became aware of the brand, and it is a brand that has some phenomenal scents to discover. Santal 33 just isn't one of them, in my opinion. Now, what can I recommend? Well, Another 13, amazing. Le Bon 31, Thé Matcha, Rose 31. These are some of my all-time favorite fragrances, some of which I've already covered in previous videos, which I've linked to in the description. I'm also going to be doing a video specifically on my favorite Le Labo fragrances, because they do have some phenomenal fragrances that you deserve to know about, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it. Le Labo fragrances start around $230 for the 50 ml and are available at most high-end department stores and at their boutiques, and of course on their website. Next up, a brand you may not be that familiar with, but you probably should be. Their signature scent is a much hyped fragrance called Gris Charnel. Now, what I will say is that this one is a bit spicy for my taste. BDK is a Parisian brand, and their fragrances are meant to transport you to the gorgeous streets of Paris. A lot of people say this one reminds them of Angel Share by Kilian, so if that's your vibe, this one may be right for you. Strangely, I'm more of a fan of the X-ray version of this fragrance, which just feels a bit smoother and more luxurious to me. I don't get the fig or the vanilla in either version, just kind of a rich spiciness that it's not something that I want to smell like as I go about my day. Now, candidly, the overall vibe of this fragrance is just a bit too heavy for my taste. It is definitely like a cozy sweater weather fragrance as opposed to something that I think you would want to wear every day. That said, admittedly, I'm more of a fresh, citrusy guy, so I can definitely understand the hype behind this fragrance. It's nice. It's just not for me. Now, I am a big fan of this house though, and I will be doing a deeper dive on some of their fragrances in an upcoming episode. In the meantime, you can learn more about Rouge Smoking in my favorite fragrance episode, which I linked to in the description. I will say that Rouge Smoking and Velvet Tonka are two of my all-time favorite fragrances and are both from BDK. This is definitely a niche brand, so their bottles are priced at around $250 for the 100 ml. You can find them at finer department stores and of course on their website. Now, if you're into niche fragrance, I highly recommend checking out their Discovery set, which you can find on their website. They also sell this mini set, which features 5 of their top fragrances. Highly recommend, check this one out. All right, from high-end niche fragrance to viral TikTok sensation, I don't discriminate. If it smells good, I'm gonna talk about it. And Rasasi Hawas Ice smells like bottled confidence with a side of, I did not just spend my entire paycheck on this. And the longevity on this one, damn. This one lasts forever. And it actually smelled kind of amazing. It's this blend of fresh, fruity with a touch of, I just walked out of Abercrombie in 2004. The original version of this already had a strong following. It became really popular on social media for having this pleasant, long-lasting scent at an affordable price, which laid the groundwork for the ice version. Apple, bergamot, lemon, orange blossom, plum, and spiced cardamom. Now, what I love about this scent is that it's actually pretty affordable, making it accessible to a wider audience. Not every fragrance needs to be in the $200 plus range, and I think this one is a worthy contender for just a nice everyday scent. And while it does lean a bit more masculine, my perspective on fragrance has been and always will be, if you love it, wear it. This one can easily be found on Amazon. It's around $30. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. Check it out. Now, there are a ton of other viral scents that I can't wait to share my thoughts on. But for now, I want to know your favorites and your not so favorites. Let me know in the comments and I'll feature some of them in a future episode. Until then, please like, subscribe, and check out my fragrance playlist if you're on YouTube. It's linked in the description and you can see even more recommendations. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Cheers.